Welcome to this beginner-friendly tutorial on creating stunning fluid simulations in Blender. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to set up and render realistic water effects step by step. Let's dive right in. Start by opening Blender and clearing the default cube. Press X and delete it. Next, add a cube that will act as the domain for our simulation. This cube defines the area where the fluid will exist. Scale the cube up to fit the simulation space. This will be your domain. It's a good idea to name your objects to stay organized. Rename this cube to domain. Now, let's add a fluid source. Go to Add Mesh UV Sphere and position it inside the domain. This sphere will be our fluid emitter. Make sure the sphere is entirely inside the domain, as anything outside won't be included in the simulation. With the sphere selected, go to the Physics Properties tab and add a fluid modifier. Set the type to flow. This makes the sphere act as a fluid source. Under Flow Types, select Liquid. This tells Blender that we're simulating water or other liquids. Next, select the Domain cube and add a fluid modifier. This time, set the A type to Domain. Now, Blender knows this is the space for the simulation. To control the quality of the simulation, adjust the resolution in the settings. For testing, keep the resolution low, like 64, so the simulation runs faster. Later, you can increase it for better quality. Make sure the domain type is set to liquid. This ensures we're working with water and not gas. Blender uses a cache system to store simulation data. Scroll down to the Apache section and choose a folder to save your simulation files. Then, hit Bake to calculate the simulation. To make the simulation more interesting, let's add an obstacle for the fluid to interact with. Add a cube and position it inside the domain. With the cube selected, go to the Physics tab, add a fluid modifier, and set the type to effector. This makes the cube block or redirect the fluid flow. Now press play to see the fluid simulation in action. You can adjust the flow settings, resolution, or domain size to refine the result. To render your fluid, switch to cycles for realistic results. Add a material to the fluid object, like a glass shader, to make it look like water. Add an H-dry or a couple of lights to illuminate the scene. This enhances the realism of the fluid. Position your camera, adjust the settings, and hit render. You now have a beautiful fluid simulation. That's it for this beginner's guide to fluid simulations in Blender. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tutorials. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. See you in the next video.